Religion teaches you to tolerate things, not to enjoy things, not to love things, not to be in comfort, but religion teaches you to tolerate. Let's dive into this one today, but before we do, I am Tamara Temu. This is the Unleashed Alchemy YouTube channel, where on this channel we talk about going against the grain so that you can live a soul-fulfilled, enchanted, magical, powerful life, bringing the unseen into the seen, bringing heaven on earth, period. All right, so let's get into this. Before we dive into this, I want to give you a little story, real simple story, okay? But this story is going to illustrate a few things. Let me give you the story first. So I was taking a lift a couple of days ago, at the recording of this video. And when I got into the lift, anytime I take Uber or Lyft, I always automatically go into the back seat. I don't even know if we can sit in the front seat, whatever. Got in the back seat, and it was on a particular day where it was warm outside. The weather was warm. However, there was this beautiful breeze. There was no humidity, at least where I am. Okay. It was no humidity at all. And it was a beautiful breeze. And the breeze was such that you did not have to have your AC on at all in the car. So when I got in, the driver had his windows down in the front seat. They were all the way down. The windows in the back seat were up. So as we were driving, the breeze that was coming in from the front window was absolutely perfect. It was perfect. I was comfortable. I had my head back. And if I still had my hair probably would have been blowing in the breeze. You know, you get the idea. All of a sudden, the driver decides to roll my window down. He didn't ask. And then I tried to roll it back up, but I noticed it was locked. So what did I do? Did I ask him right away to roll my window back up? No. Let me tell you what I did. I didn't ask right away. Instead, this is what my brain did. I thought, well, if I ask him, I don't want to be too fussy. That whole, I don't want to be too fussy, which causes us to tolerate things. I don't want to be too fussy. We're too worried about what other people think of us and what we desire. Then I told myself, then I justified it, and I said, well, it's not that long of a ride. You know, where I'm going is not too far, which wasn't even the point. Then I said, just deal with it. So after that limiting chatter that went on for about 90 seconds, I asked myself, I said, no, wait a minute. What do I desire? Who am I? I deserve what I desire. That's number one. What I desire is to be comfortable on this ride like I just was. What I desire is for my window to be rolled back up. Okay, so I asked him to roll it up. He rolled it up. That was the end of that. Continued on with a comfortable ride. So why do I bring you that very simple everyday example of how programming can kind of seep through? And that's fine if it does. But when we step into our I am power, we're reminding ourselves who we are, okay? And that we deserve what we desire. You may go through that chain of sequence of thought. You're not wallowing in it, you're observing it. And you're rising above it, because that's what we do as infinite intelligence. We are above our situations. We are above the external. We are above because we stand in the I am power. All right. So let me not go off on a tangent there. So let's get back to the first comment that I made at the top of this video. Religion teaches you to tolerate things. How? So religion says if your life is going wrong, then it must be God If you're feeling uncomfortable, it must be God testing you. So therefore, you have to endure. Meanwhile, the church also says, religion also says, that you have to pray for God to take away something that is causing you some type of upheaval or discomfort in your life. It could be anything from sickness to the way your bank account looks to, maybe you have somebody in your life that is just causing havoc and you need them to go, whatever. That somehow you're praying for that God that gave it to you to take it away. But then you're told you have to endure because it's a test. First of all, that in itself is a total contradiction. And by the way, nowhere in that does that encourage you to enjoy life. Nowhere in that does it say that you deserve to have comfort, that you deserve a life that is full of ease in every single area. Tolerating things doesn't even cover enjoying life, enjoying anything. When you're tolerating something, you're not enjoying anything. You're simply tolerating, just like the word says, right? So, religion also says, as we tie this together, asking for what you desire is somehow out of the question, because remember, God is testing you. All right. So you got to tolerate this. So you need to just be grateful for what is in front of you, for what you have. This idea extends the unnecessary you must tolerate notion into every single aspect of your life. And it plays out in the smallest ways, just with the smallest way that I just gave you, just with the example that I just gave you with my Lyft ride. Okay. Religion teaches us that our desires have to do with other people or have to do with the outside. So for example, when I told you that instead of me asking the driver to roll up my window right away, the first thing I thought of was, I don't want this person to think I'm too fussy. I was too worried about the outside, what other people would think. Me having what I desire, you having what you desire, has nothing to do with what other people are going to think or say to you or about you. It has nothing to do with anyone else. If you believe that you deserve what you desire. Okay? So, when you realize and remember that your I am power that flows so effortlessly through your veins, you will start to command what you desire. You'll command what you know is soul aligned for you. Your desires are tied to your soul, which is not outside of you. So again, what you desire has nothing to do with people's opinions about you. What is soul aligned for you is fused with joy, with love, with excitement, with abundance of everything good and perfect. Tolerating things is not included in that. We are not available for just tolerating things, just tolerating life, just tolerating a certain salary, just tolerating how a relationship looks, just tolerating living in a house that we don't like, just tolerating driving a car that we hate, just tolerating going to a job that we hate. No, we're no longer available for that. We do not have to live life in that way. Now, some of you may be saying, well, isn't it true that sometimes you'll experience, challenges in your life in the external? Yes, you will. But again, that still has nothing to do with you tolerating anything. Those challenges that come up in your external environment, that is an opportunity for you to elevate. For you to elevate and for you to allow more of the I am power to be expressed through you so that you can see the manifestation of what you say. That is not tolerating. That is when you say what you desire, that is commanding. That is stepping firm in your I am power. And again, it shows up in every single area of our lives. And just like with the example of the lift experience, that is information for me that I am moving to another level. That is an opportunity for me to tap into even more my I am power. Because the next time, if that were to happen again, there will be no more chatter, or perhaps instead of 90-second chatter, maybe the chatter will only take place for 30 seconds until it gets to no chatter, until it's just an automatic, no, I deserve what I desire. Roll up my window. Of course, I would ask nicely, but you get the drift. You get where I'm going. So I want to share that piece with you. If you have any questions for me, leave them in the comments. Don't forget, if you are desiring more one-on-one support on your spiritual odyssey, book a call with me so that we can talk, all right? So that we can move you from programming, religious and otherwise, to experiencing spiritual ecstasy in every single part of your life, so that you can be the being, the I am in your life. Okay. That will affect the people's lives that are around you, your family's life, your entire lineage. And of course, it's going to affect the world in the most positive, beautiful, loving way. All right. The link to schedule a call is in the description box of this video. Also, check out the other resources that I have that will support you on your odyssey as an alchemist, as a magician, as an infinite being, cosmic being. All right. Until next time, cheers.